Some malls live on as economical powerhouses, while others fall to the wayside as forgotten relics. But then, some malls, like the Mercer Mall in West Virginia, fall in that gray area in between, the one that few pay attention to. How is Mercer Mall holding up? Let's step inside and find out. Mercer Mall opened its doors for the first time in 1980, being the area's first and so far only enclosed mall for Princeton and Bluefield, West Virginia. Because West Virginia was essentially one giant mountain range, hills had to be cleared out to make way for the mall. Original anchors in the mall were Sears, JCPenney, Montgomery Ward, Stone & Thomas, and Leggett. With the opening of the mall, retail pretty much came to a dead stop in the downtown areas of Princeton and Bluefield, West Virginia, as major department stores and locally based stores flocked for the mall. The mall serviced the good people of southern West Virginia with a variety of inline stores, including national chains and regional chains. The mall also held the only Chick-fil-A in a couple dozen mile radius, which still remains in the mall as of the recording of this video. Many of the national retailers still remain today, along with a dash of off-brand retailers. Over time, the anchors would shuffle about, most notably Montgomery Ward, Stone & Thomas, and Leggett. Montgomery Ward went through the most changes, becoming a Hills, which was subsequently killed off by Ames merger. After Ames closed down, it changed to and from Carolina Pottery, Steve & Barry's, and is now Rose's today. Meanwhile, Stone & Thomas would be closed and given to Belk in the 90s, which had acquired Leggett at the time. Belk would operate the former Stone & Thomas as a secondary store before consolidating operations, leaving the space to become a Hobby Lobby. Meanwhile, I don't need to tell you about what happened to Sears, as the space is now used by Rural King. Dates are unknown, but at some point the mall was renovated, which would have removed a fountain that was rumored to be glorious, along with a fully loaded coal cart supposedly taken from the Norfolk and Western Railroad. I personally believe the mall has suffered because of this renovation. Despite this, though, the mall still remains as a viable shopping destination for the time being, still holding on to some mainstays like Bath & Body Works, American Eagle, Claire's, Christopher Banks, and Books A Million, aka BAM. Alright, what are my personal opinions on Mercer Mall? Well, first things first, I'm gonna have to address the elephant in the mall. Sweet mother of Amaterasu, what the hell was management thinking when they threw down carpet in the entire mall? It feels like one giant breezeway. The impromptu food court is the only part of the mall that has any sort of pizzazz to it. And that at least is decent to look at, but the carpet. I legit feel like I'm stuck in a Kmart breezeway in here. Carpet is just not a good idea in the mall. It's always in dull and dreary colors, and stains very easily. I mean, breezeways, I guess they're okay there, as they can be designed to handle exterior messes. But inside, I've been to dead malls where the carpet there was caked in some nasty black stuff and wads of gum. Seriously, get rid of the carpet. Simon's Clorox brand white tile is better than this dark gray carpet. And in the middle of recording this, I had to go to the bathroom. Okay, Doomie, relax. Are there any redeeming qualities about this mall? Yeah, actually. Once you get past the awful carpets, there are still a number of stores still hanging around here. Anchor occupancy is still full, so that's good. You still have mainstays, as I've mentioned before, better. And despite management's efforts, there are still some pretty cool store facades scattered about. Like that Claire's. Man, look at that tile. What is Rural King? Well, the best way I can describe it is that it's a farmer's superstore. We'll see what Rural King is all about in a future episode. I promise. Oh great, another raffle car. Yay. What's its MPG? Well, it's an SUV, so it's probably terrible. I don't know, I didn't stop to look this time. JCPenney is still hanging around after all these years. Things sure haven't changed. Been hearing rumor that JCPenney is in some dire straits itself. In fact, some are betting that JCPenney will be next in line for the slaughter after Sears finally kicks the bucket. Sears, as we all know, is seared, and that time frame of them making it to 2020 is looking less likely by the day. For all I've ratted on about the mall and that carpet, I will give the owners credit for helping this mall adapt and change. Roses has taken over the former Ames, Belk is still sticking around, Hobby Lobby has come in as we've seen before, and Rural King is finding great use out of old Sears stores. Management, if you're watching, I would suggest keeping an eye on JCPenney and having a replacement in line just in case. Otherwise, you guys are doing a good job in keeping this mall afloat, and for that, I forgive you for the carpets. Inline tenants, I've noticed, are a bit scattered around in the mall. If I had to guess, the lively part of the mall would be the north end, with Roses, Belk, Books A Million, and the impromptu food court. Meanwhile, everything past Hobby Lobby just seems more barren. I don't want to call this mall dead. Struggling? Maybe. But I don't think it's dead yet. Now, with that in mind, I say this with a lot of malls, but I don't want to see this place dead. I want to see it survive. So, I want to ask you, what would you do with a dead mall? How would you repurpose such a massive space? I know a few people who would go cuckoo for that Ames cart. I'd love to keep talking about this mall, but we're wrapping up and getting ready to leave. I hope you enjoyed touring the Mercer Mall with me. Despite the carpet, it was still a worthwhile mall to visit, and I would recommend you come here if you get the chance. If you enjoyed the video, do like and share and comment about what you liked. If you didn't enjoy the video, then do tell me what you didn't like. Was it my anger against the carpet? Was it the hidden camera? Am I too much of a Dan Bell knockoff? Tell me what's bothering you. If you'd like to have discussions about malls, then I can direct you guys toward the Dead Malls Discord, where you can talk to many names in the Dead Malling community, like me, Sal from the Expedition Log series, Ace's Adventures, Jack from DeadMalls.com, the Caldor Rainbow, Retail Archaeology, and so many more I haven't got room to thank. Until next time, this is Doomie Grunt wishing you and the Mercer Mall farewell, and good luck.